Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm here to show you our behind-the-scenes demo currently happening behind closed doors at the Warner Brothers booth for Batman Arkham Origins. And this isn't intimidating at all, presenting in front of this versus a room of 24 people. So we're going to show you a playable demo. It's going to show you a young, raw Batman, roughly about 2 years into his career. At this point in his career, Batman is something of an urban myth. He's not well understood by the establishment. The criminals aren't really sure if he exists, and the ones that do know he exists really regret meeting him. The police department regard him as an outlaw because a vigilante is illegal. He doesn't have any friends in the police department. Yeah, so we're going to showcase some new areas of the city. We're going to showcase a bunch of new features. Tonight, the game is set on Christmas Eve, and tonight, the Black Mask, who's currently the biggest mobster in Gotham, he's the most powerful crime lord by far. He has the vastest resources. He has the largest gang, the best equipped guys. He has placed a bounty of $50 million on the Batman's head, and he has brought 8 of the greatest assassins, the most talented killers of the DC universe, to come here tonight for one night only to try and claim that prize on Batman's head. So with that said, we're going to jump into the playable. We're going to run a video, and I'll jump in and highlight some features as we go.
Boss has got the biggest assassins there is, here in Gotham, all on the same night and all going after the same guy. He mad as hell, wants the bat deader than dead. I ain't never seen Black Mask like this.
I don't care who does it. I don't care how they do it. I just want the bat dead. Wake up.
What happened?
Time to talk. Where's Black Mask?
Let me go!
If you insist.
Please, stop! Stop! I'll talk. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Please!
Too late. I already have what I need.
No! You're crazy! You're freaking crazy!
There you are.
Gameplay in our demo here. The gameplay in our demo here starts off in the South Island of South Gotham. It's a larger, more majestic area of Gotham than you saw in Arkham City. It's taller, and the buildings have a lot of interconnections between them. So you can see a new movement style offered to Batman using his grapple and glide movement style. One of the things you're going to see in this demo is a lot more variety in terms of what's going on in the open world and what sort of options are available to Batman.
Yeah, keep screaming, buddy. Ain't no one's coming. Not in this city. And not on Christmas Eve. Guys, where's Frankie? Taking a leak. What's it? You kidding me?
One of the things you'll see here in the HUD in the top left is you'll start to see an analysis of how Batman is done in the fight. You'll see how you did, what sort of an enemy group that you fought, and what sort of experience points you got from it, and then you'll see how much closer you get to your next level up. So you're that much closer to your next upgrade. Another thing that you're going to see here is the Crime in Progress HUD. The Crime in Progress is a new system of dynamic open world encounters that are spread all over Gotham and will randomly pop up as you're navigating across the world. Some of them represent the highest watermark in terms of combat difficulty you'll find in the world. Some of them you might not want to tackle because you're not good enough yet, so you go off and you'll grind the world. He's a new face for the Arkhamverse. We're showing him for the first time here at E3. He represents a new system in the game too, known as the Most Wanted. There are other characters beyond just the assassins out for Batman tonight, or out doing things in Gotham, advancing their own agendas. He's anti-corporate, he's anti-government, and he's kind of pro-Batman, which is a little bit weird. So he's reaching out to Batman as he's trying to destroy these different corporate and government institutions. And as a player, you can follow up with these Most Wanted campaigns at any point, follow up with him, take him down, and guess what? It gets you a unique upgrade every time you take one of these guys down, as well as a whole bunch of experience points. So it feeds into that being in the open world, overall engagement with that open world and agency, choosing what you want to do, choosing what you want to get. The next thing we're going to see at the next encounter, as Batman follows up on these bombs, is another new enemy. So we brought another enemy into Arkham called the Martial Artist. And what this character does is he plays a similar high-skill fighting style, kind of like Batman, in that Batman can counter enemies and also strike them. Well, this guy can counter Batman, and Batman can counter his counters. So we get a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors game going with these guys, which is a little bit deeper than the regular group fighting. And it shows just how skilled and how badass Batman is.
That should do it.
So for the purposes of E3, we're going to follow on back on the main story, following up on Black Mask. But in the full game, the player can follow up at any point, continue to follow up the path to anarchy, follow the trail of evidence and story towards him, and take him down to get that upgrade. You can see here just how much taller our South Gotham Island is and how much more majestic it is than the previous spaces you've seen in the other games. I think that's something that's really fun to navigate around. What we're going to demo now is the new detective gameplay, the case file gameplay in Arkham Origins. What this is an expansion of the Batman detective experience. Batman could previously detect things and track evidence, but now he's going to use a system of sensors in the cowl and the supercomputing power of the Batcave, the Batcomputer back in the Batcave, and he's going to reconstruct the crimes in real time using the evidence that he finds. And that lets him track down who's behind each crime and bring them to justice.
Out of control.
It's also a very cool, very Hollywood way of visualizing a crime, which we think is just a really fun thing to see.
But what caused him to lose control?
So this is where we start to step into the interactive storytelling, because the player can actually scrub through the scene. He can play it backwards, he can rewind it, and he can also start playing it forwards and looking for more evidence. You can pause it at any time.
is the first point of impact from here. The helicopter's tail rotor was severed when the fuselage hit the building. I should review the crime scene and find that tail rotor.
So here he is, he's scrubbing back through here again. And he's coming back to that point of contact with whatever it was that damaged the helicopter. And he's going to follow the tail boom through the simulation to find where the real tail boom is.
The helicopter crashed when a high-powered round shattered the tail rotor. The ballistics analysis will lead me to the shooter's position.
So here he is, he's going to rewind the whole helicopter back together. Now he's found the different pieces of it. And he's going to find out where that bullet came from, the bullet that shattered the tail of the helicopter. The storytelling and interactivity, it's kind of like peanut butter and chocolate.
This doesn't add up. This man's a member of SWAT. So why'd he fire on a police helicopter? This man didn't fire at the helicopter. He was aiming at me. The ballistics trace indicates this officer was killed by a ricochet from the same round that took down the chopper. There's only one person capable of a shot like this. Deadshot. The trajectory analysis will lead me to Deadshot's firing position, but that'll have to wait. I need to get to the Gotham Royal and find Black Mask.
So once again, in the full game, the player could choose to follow up on Deadshot and head out, find a number of other pieces of evidence, crime scenes, track him down, and confront him for another unique upgrade with him too. But what instead we're going to do is we're going to go into the Royal Hotel where Black Mask is hiding out. The thing we're going to showcase in here is a new gadget. The new gadget's called the Remote Claw. Batman's going to shoot a projectile that fires out and grabs onto an enemy, and then launches another claw out from that, and then pulls the two things together. So you can use that to create navigation opportunities. You can use that to take down enemies. You can use that to launch objects or enemies at each other.
The boss will kill that guy.
It's a really fun gadget for an open world game. This is a slightly overpowered version of the gadget we've made for E3 just to demo it. We wanted to make sure that you guys could see every way you could use it.
Penthouse. That's my next stop.
Of you to drop in. And just in time.
He's mine, Payaso.
Remember, you gave your word.
You have
1 minute.
Do they even have manners where he comes from? You see, it's a tradition in my house to open one present each on Christmas Eve. How about this one?
How many lives did you just take?
None. I think that was just a little stocking stuffer. A construction site blocking my view. But this one isn't.
So thanks for being here for that first look at Batman Arkham Origins. We think we have a really important story to tell for Batman. This is the coming together of a lot of characters that make his world. It's a pivotal story for him. We have new gadgets, we have new enemies, we have a whole bunch of new things happening in the open world. And what's most important is that fantastic new story, which I wish I could tell you more about, but I'm kind of limited because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. There'll be more information coming out as we approach our launch date, which is October 25th. There's also Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, which is a game on the PS Vita, which I believe is playable here in the Sony booth too. So please check that out, or come by and see us at the Warner booth too. Thanks very much.
This city has a problem. Some freak who thinks he's a hero. Luckily, there ain't a problem in the world that can't be solved with a little bit of money. Tonight, we all win. One of you walks away with $50 million. And the rest, well, we get rid of the Batman.
Where's Black Mask?
Let me go!
If you insist.
Nice of you to drop in.